This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined by Ty Mitchell today over Zoom. Ty, it's nice to talk to you. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. You caught me in the middle of eating some Jamaican food, but the show must go on.
I take it for you to eat, your teeth must be good now. I know you had a teeth problem after the fight.
It wasn't that bad. So basically, I've got veneers, and one of my veneers came loose, so it just needed gluing on. But I've not got the veneers where they shave your teeth down to shark teeth. So it's just they just place them over the top of my natural teeth. So basically, it's just my natural teeth underneath. So it wasn't that bad.
And did you get a dentist to come to the arena, or did you have to go to them?
No, so they couldn't come to the arena because they said they need to clean it and polish it and then put it on. So now it's going to go straight to the venue. I mean, straight to the from the venue to an emergency one. But I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll just wait until I get in the next day, and that's what I did.
No, way easier, way easier. But just since the fight, then, has it been nice having a little bit of downtime? It's been a very busy year for you, three fights so far, back-to-back camps. Is it nice just to relax a little, take your mind off things?
Yeah, it has been, but it's weirdly normally I properly enjoy the break. Like I think, all right, I've got a good few weeks off now, but I'm actually probably going to train this weekend because I'm getting bored already, and that's not like me. I really enjoy not training. Um, but yeah, it's been nice. I think it's nice eating. I mean, Jamaican food at the minute, which obviously I've not been able to eat too much of. So that's been nice. And do you know what's annoyed me? Today's a good day, but it's been raining ever since the fight, and all I wanted to do during camp was play golf. And I was already riddled with injuries during camp, so I thought, don't play golf and cause another injury. So didn't play golf the whole camp. Now I can play. It's just been raining, apart from today that I've been busy and I can't play today anyway. So I might try and get one in early in the morning.
Yeah, the downsides of living in the UK has its plus and has a few negatives that come along with it. But
Mostly negatives.
just touching on the fight, did it play on your mind at all, being such a big underdog on this one, being a 4-1 underdog, and having that sort of weight on your shoulders that even though you are the home fighter and that you're one of the biggest stars in the promotion in terms of the Misfits pro scene, still being such a big underdog in such a tough fight, fighting someone who's top 15 in the world?
Yes, I was actually a 33 to 1 underdog to win on points. And I was a 9 to 1 underdog to knock him out. So I was a huge underdog. Do you know what? All fight week, I felt fine, like even better than I did for any other fight. But for some reason, I don't know what come over me on the day of the fight. I just felt so much pressure. Like I was just like very aggy. I was very irritated. I was very stressed. I was being snappy, and I just had to be on my own in my room. And it kind of lasted all the way until I started to warm up for the fight. Then I started to get back to my normal self. So there was a lot of pressure. I don't know what it was because I knew he couldn't beat me. But I was just thinking, I think the 10 rounds was really looming over my head. That's all I kept saying all camp. Like, I know he's not faster than me. I know he's not a bigger puncher. And I know he's not got a big ring IQ, but I know for sure he's got a better gas tank because I've seen it. And as much as I train, I can train as hard as I want. You're not going to get that gas tank without fighting. And obviously, he's been fighting consistently for years, and I've only been fighting for the past this year. I've not fought for years before this, so it was looming on me. But then I just thought, listen, you got to go in there and do it. And my game plan was to win the first six and just try and nick maybe one of the latter rounds. But as long as I win the first six, I've won the fight because I knew he was going to come on strong towards the end. So that was always my game plan. And I think his game plan was to stay out the way of him early because he's going to be still going to be strong, and then press him late on. And we both had a game plan, and mine paid off. But it was a close fight, good fight.
Why do you think he didn't start putting the pressure on you a little bit earlier, like round five, round six, rather than kind of waiting a little bit later on in the fight?
I
Considering
was.
at this point you'd only done 4 rounds before, so in his
Mhm.
mind you'd be weaker from round four. Why do you think he started putting the pressure on a little bit too late almost?
He couldn't have put the pressure on any sooner than he did, and the reason was is I was far too reactive still, and I had far too much power in my shots. There was times where I was loading up in this is where my experience coming. There was times when I was loading up in like the seventh round and a bit in the eighth, and that's when I started to tire. Then he started to really put the pressure on. But before that, he couldn't have put the pressure on because he'd have got chinned. Like I hurt him a few times in the fight. You seen he was hurt a few times. Um, but then he did. He played. I think he played the game the best he could because if he'd have come in earlier, my plan was to catch him coming in. And when he did come in the odd time, he got caught. I just didn't. I was just normally you know what I'm like. If I catch you, I'm gonna go for you. But I was always thinking of the 10 rounds in my head. So even when I hurt him, I didn't step on it. So he knew that if he come in too soon, before I was like fatigued a bit, he would have got hurt, and it wasn't. It was a risk worth reward, and it wasn't gonna end well for him. But then obviously when he stepped on, I'd literally just took that. I just had that. I didn't have that power that I had before, and I just was a bit of a half a step behind. And he played a blinder, and he came on strong, like you've seen, especially in the last round. He must have thrown about 100 punches. He come for me. So good fight, man. All respect to him, man. Very. He had a better chin than I thought. Um, and he's very good, man. He was better technically than I thought he was going to be as well. So fair play, all props to Sean Hemthorpe, man. He deserves to have the ranking he does for sure.
You mentioned there that you hurt him, or you believe that you hurt him earlier on in the fight. Is it fair to say that he might have rocked you or hurt you a little bit later
Never, no,
in the last round? No?
never, never rocked at all. Not even close to rock. Never. He can punch, but I was never rocked. There was a shot where I leant back on the ropes and he hit me with a shot. Well, he just punched me. He didn't hurt. Um, I say he didn't hurt. I was never worried. He was never. I was never in trouble. And if you're talking about when I went out the ropes, I leant. Obviously, I rolled under a shot. He leant on me. The judge said break. He didn't break. So then the judge jumped in and said break again. And as he split us up, he pushed me over. So obviously, I fell back, tried to get my balance, and just pot luck. I've ended up going through the ropes. Now, if I wanted a way out, because he's pushed me through the ropes, I could have just pulled an injury. Oh, he's pushed me through the ropes. I'm done a Ben Whittaker. But I didn't. I jumped back up and carried on. Do you know what I mean? So,
Is this one of those fights where you get established how good you are, and you feel finally get to see sort of the level that you're at? After this fight, what level would you say you're at?
would level in a minute. I think what I think Hashem was, before fatigue set in, I'm a world class fighter, for sure. I don't think it was, it might, to the casual, it might have looked close. But to people that understand boxing and realize the mind games and the chess moves that was going on, I was always a step ahead of him on every chess move. So it showed me that take fatigue out of it, take fitness out of it. I'm a world level fighter, but world level you have to be fit. So I'm not a world level. I'm not a top 10, top 5 fighter yet because I need to be fit. But I feel like I learned so much from that fight, and I'll be a lot better in the next fight. I feel like a lot of people have written me off because I didn't have a great performance and he wasn't. I didn't just go in and blast him out. But people don't understand that real boxing people have messaged me saying, "Bro, I can't believe what this upset you've pulled off." Like they said, "I'm very proud of you." Like I can't believe you've done it. I've had loads of people in boxing messaging me and ring me. The casuals just think, "Oh, he's just another guy and he give you a tough fight." They don't understand the caliber of fighter he is, the people that he's beat. I shouldn't have been in there with him. So I'm proud of myself, even though sometimes you have to win ugly, Fred. Do you know what I mean? You can't always win and look good. And the higher up the ranks you get, the harder it's going to be. Do you know what I mean? By rights, I should have never been in there with him. I've had two fights. Do you know what I mean? Forget the ones when I was 18. I was a kid. I've had two fights. I should never have been. He should have gone in there and breezed me. He should have gone in there and battered me, but he didn't. And I definitely won the fight. But 100%, no matter how you look at the fight, there's no way you could have scored in win in 6 rounds. It's impossible. There's no way you won the fight. I definitely won the fight.
Did any of your friends bet on you, considering you're such a big underdog?
But him?
Did any of your friends put any money on
Oh,
you?
they won. I had so many messages from people sending me literally stacks of money like this. I'm not promoting or endorsing gambling. It's haram. You shouldn't do it. But a lot of my friends, they was making so much money. Listen, if it wasn't haram, I was gonna put 10 grand on myself to win. Maybe not points, but just to win, and I still made a lot of money. But obviously haram in it. So
Yeah, I guess you have to stay away from that side of things.
yeah.
But you mentioned many times that obviously your goal and aim is to be world champion. When you go on BoxRec and you see the champions of your division, is it slightly demoralizing seeing how good they are? Or is it one of those things where you know in 2, 3 years' time, when you've had a lot more fights, you can start pushing to that level?
I'll tell you the truth. I said this to Mans before the fight. One thing, I was riddled with injuries. Riddled. Like I've never been so injured so much in my life. It was literally one thing after another after another. But I also learned my body can't do what it used to do. Like I'm half a step behind I always used to be. Like if this was like 4 or 5 years ago, I was a lot more ferocious, I was a lot quicker, I was always like a lot more reactive. So I know that Father Time you can't get away from it. So do I believe I can be a world champion? I think it's going to be very, very, very hard. To be honest, I think it's going to be very hard at my age. I think if I was 7 years younger, I'd have been in with a real chance. But I think at my age, it's going to be very difficult. But having said that, there's a lot of things I shouldn't have done and I've been able to do. So who knows? It's up to God at the end of the day. I don't make the decisions. I can only go in there and try my best. And people like can hate on me and this and that because I see a lot of hate come after this fight. I can hate on somebody, that keeps going against all the odds, and he's just trying to better my life. I'm just literally just trying. Do you know what I mean? I could have done anything. At least I'm trying. At least I'm trying to show to kids like no matter what happens in life, you can always come back and you can always beat the odds and you can change your life around. And people are hating on me for that. I just think people are a bit. I think it's just people that are probably not really satisfied with their own lives. I feel a bit sorry for them if anything because I know most people that are happy with their lives, even if you think I've lost. You're not going to just start slating somebody you don't know for no reason. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a bit weird. I don't mind it. Like the hate is part of the game. Everybody's going to get hate. If Jesus had haters, who am I not to get haters? Do you know what I mean? So it's part of the game. But everyone in boxing said to me that they think I won the fight. So that's enough for me. And they appreciate that I'm at least trying. Do you know what I mean? Trying to do something with my life.
And after the fight finished, do you chat, get a quick moment to talk to KSI about it? Was the video
I
that went
never.
viral of his reaction, him jumping up and down when you won?
Yeah, was he jumping up and down?
Oh yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't see, bro. I was just in a. It was just I was in a maze. Obviously, the card was running behind, so they kicked me out the ring. I didn't even get to have my time in the ring. Um, I've not spoke to him yet. I'll actually message him and speak to him. I think a couple of people. I don't know about KSI. I think Mams might have had it even, and BJ Flores had it even. So I was thinking maybe I didn't have as much success as I thought I did. I watched the fight back, and I think they're gonna watch their opinion when they watch it back. I think they're gonna change their opinion. I had me winning the first six and drawing eight. I think I could have drawn seven as well, but I give it him because you see in like the seventh, for example, he's throwing loads of shots. I'm just done right, I'm defending, but he's not hitting me with nothing. Then I hit him with a strip with that right hook, left hook, boom, boom, wobble him, hit him with another one, two. So he did far more work, but he didn't land. But he's scored a lot of on pressure and punch output. But then I've caught him with a big eye shot, catching shots and the most damaging shots of the round. That's wobbled him. So it just depends on what you like. You can go either way, but I give him that round anyway. Um, but yeah, look, at the end of the day, the judges said I won. One judge had him winning by a round, the other judge had me winning by 2 rounds, and the other judge had me winning by 3 rounds. So at the end of the day, I won, and that's all that really matters.
He won
On to
big,
the next.
and yeah, on to the next one, indeed. And do you, I guess Mams always does reach out to the majority or every single fighter on the card after all the cards. What was the conversation like with Mams about your plan and how this win has affected your plan, how it's boosted it, or the moves you want to make moving forward for going to 2026 and maybe having one more this year as well?
Yeah, I said my body's falling apart at the minute because back-to-back camps. Like I've literally been in camp all year, and before what we're forgetting is last year I was in camp all year with Tyson. So I done a camp with Tyson for the first Usyk fight. Camp with Tyson for the second Usyk fight, camp for Tommy Hench, camp for Idris Virgo. Then I was in Dillian White camp. Then I had to start my own camp. My body's just like, bro, I need a rest. So I said, look, if we can get a nice run out at the end of the year, not no one like a big name or nothing like that, but just like something to keep me a bit active, and then have like a big fight at the start of next year. And I think that's probably going to be the plan. But you never know, the landscape can change. I might end up having a big fight this year if it comes up. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, you got the win. On to the next one, and then yeah, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, you got any plans over the next couple of weeks? Are you going on holiday? Are you chilling out?
Yeah, I'm going away, bro. I'm going on holiday. I've not booked nothing yet, but I'm gonna be going. I'm gonna go away with my mates. I want to take my son away, but he's just gone back to school. Um, so I was gonna go with my mates. I might go back to Dubai, visit my friends. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill out. I'm gonna stay in the gym though. I'm gonna keep training, doing my runs. I'm gonna work a lot on my cardio. This last camp, I couldn't really work on my cardio because I had that many injuries. I couldn't run because of my knee. I couldn't run because of my. I couldn't really do much. To be, I'm not making excuses. I said to Mams can be my witness. I messaged. He asked me how I was going on maybe like 3, 4 weeks before the fight. I said, bro, it's the worst camp I've ever had. Just injuries, injuries, injuries. So I'm gonna.
Wait, when you texted saying it's the worst camp I've ever had, what did he say back? He was like, "Oh
He was like
shit."
worried. I think he was worried, but I said, I'm not gonna pull out. I don't pull out. I don't pull out fights. Like literally, I'm not. I swear on by a lawyer. Like 2 weeks before my fight, people was feeling my back, and they could feel that I have a bulging disc in my back. They could feel it, like literally swelling out of my back, and I couldn't. The last 2 weeks, I couldn't train at all. I was had to just chill out to get injections in my back to numb it, and just hope for the best. And it started to ease up literally the week of the fight. So it didn't affect me in the fight, but it affected obviously my preparation, my knee, my. It's just one thing after another, but it's just a bad camp. But give it all things considered, to still go in there, hang on. And you know what? I learned a lot about myself because I've never gone past 4 rounds, and I've never been punched that much in a fight. And you know when you any boxer will tell you when you're absolutely spent and you've got nothing left and you get hit, it hurts a lot more. I had nothing left, and I was if there's 2 more rounds, I'd have still carried on taking the punches and carried on till the end. I wouldn't have won the next 2 rounds because I had no energy, but I wouldn't have gone down. I showed that I have heart. I showed that I'm not just going to jump on the floor and quit, and I'm a real fighter. And I always believed I had it, but you never know until you're in there what you've got inside of you, and it came out to show. And life's hit me a lot harder than what he's ever hit me.
Now let's keep pushing and on to the next one. Well, Ty, as always, mate, I really appreciate your time. I know you're busy and probably got a few other media requests since after the fight. But yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy your holiday. Dubai sounds
I have
lovely.
had a lot of media requests, yeah, and the only two I've accepted is you and IFL. I'm not doing no more.
That sounds very nice then. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You
I'll
picked
see you in
two,
a bit,
you picked
brother.
two good ones.
See, get up the boys.